What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Club and Country. This is episode number 113, and we start today's episode off with a game against Barcelona here, away at the Nou Camp, or Camp Nou, whichever one you use, in the SUPERCUP ESPANA second leg. Now, of course, El Sardinero in the first leg, we had a goalless draw, so coming into this game with no away goals conceded, I was definitely fancying my chances of pulling a surprise off here, but I did decide to rest 11 players, because the season starts in La Liga on the weekend, and stamina for this team always seems to go down really quickly. So I thought if I rest all the players, I honestly don't mind if we do go ahead and lose this game, because as much as it'll be nice to win another trophy, we've already won it before, and I'd much rather get off to a fast start in La Liga as opposed to tiring all the players out, resting them on the weekend, and possibly losing on the opening day of the season. So I rested all the players, but I still fancy my chances, and the first chance did full time as well. Iosa Perez a shot as well, saved by Ter Stegen, and in the 33rd minute, Morena Ota making his debut for us in goal, made a really good save to deny Luis Suarez, and we got the ball away. So still 0-0 in this game. And in the 45th minute, Barcelona come forward again here as Pedro ends up crossing the ball in after Luis Suarez wins the header, but the Uruguayan is denied by a very good save by Molina Orta, and we get the ball away. So still 0-0, and our goalkeeper making his debut in this game, having a really good first half. But sadly for us, 3 minutes after the restart, he would be beaten for the first time. The goal came through Christian Teo for Barcelona, but it was a real howler by me as they played a through ball inside towards the path of Christian Teo. Schwarzer seemed to have the ball under control and the situation under control. I tried to pass it back to the goalkeeper to pass out from the back, as I always do, but I didn't hold down X long enough, and Schwarzer basically just tapped the ball backwards towards the goalkeeper, didn't have enough power on it, and Christian Teo just ran in behind the back of him and put the ball into the bottom corner. So a real mistake by me there. I can't blame Schwarzer for it, I can't blame the goalkeeper for it. It was completely my error, a lack of concentration, I guess, and Christian Teo, or a lapse of concentration I should say, and Christian Teo capitalised. So Barcelona 1, Racing Santander 0, and a bit of a shame to go down 3 minutes after the restart, after what was a pretty solid first half for us in terms of defending. But just from kickoff, I thought I'm going to run at the goalkeeper and run at the back line for Barcelona, because it's so easy to beat the first couple of players from kickoff. Rubinho did just that and ended up scoring as well to make it Barcelona 1, Racing Santander 1. A lovely solo goal, but it was just so easy. I just walked through and ended up smashing the ball in from just outside the area, and Yoshinio Rubinho, who looks like he's on his way to Stamford Bridge, this is probably his final game for the club, makes it Barcelona 1, Racing Santander 1, and we are back on level terms. So 1-1, Rubinho with the goal, and in the 54th minute, how about this? It's another goal for Racing Santander, and it's another goal for Yoshinio Rubinho, who runs and kicks the corner flag in celebration, makes it Barcelona 1, Racing Santander 2, turns the game on its head. We lead at the Nou Camp for the first time. Barcelona, of course, now due to the away goal ruling, must score twice, and I just sat there and I scored that goal, and I thought it's a bit of a shame, but this is going to be his last game for the club, or so you'd think, because he's probably on his way out to Chelsea. We've already accepted a negotiated counter offer with Chelsea for £9 million, so he looks like he's on his way to Stamford Bridge, and this is his final game. He's a 75 overall 19-year-old attacking midfielder. He doesn't play too many games, but whenever he does play, he does pretty well. He's grown alright, and it's like I felt like we need to sell him in order to sign 1 or 2 decent players for this transfer window. But the guy, whenever he plays, he does pretty well, and in this game he was just having an absolute stormer, and he was the big reason as to why we were ahead. But directly from kickoff, Barcelona worked their way forward and actually grabbed themselves their equalising goal. Sergio Roberto got it. We failed to deal with a cross into the box. We headed the ball away with Barrios, I think it was. It fell to Sergio Roberto, and the Spaniard just smashes the ball past Molina Orta. The possible regen of Casillas has absolutely no chance, and it's Barcelona 2, Racing Santander 2. So Rubinho had scored a couple of nice goals. Roberto then scores a really nice goal for Barcelona, and we're back on level terms. So Barcelona 2, Racing Santander 2. But Barcelona would need to score another goal due to the away goal ruling, otherwise we would be crowned champions. And to be honest, after the goal, they really didn't do much. It was really easy for us just to pass out from the back, retain possession, and not worry about scoring more goals. We almost did get another one through Tunkara, but Ter Stegen made the save. But it was how the game would finish. Barcelona 2, Racing Santander 2, and we are SUPERCUP ESPANA champions due to the away goal ruling. So absolutely delighted about that, and it is a bit of a surprise, to be honest, because I really didn't expect us to be. I rested the entire team. I thought we'd lose on the night, but I don't know what it is about Barcelona. I seem to get the better of them on the majority of games I play against them. And yes, I know this was a draw, obviously, so we didn't and beat them in 90 minutes. But obviously we won on the away goal ruling. So I don't know why Barcelona as a team are not actually that difficult for me to play against. Yes, sometimes they'll get the better of me and end up beating this Racing Santander team, but they're certainly not, you know, a team I struggle against as much as I probably should. Regardless, the day after, Yoshino Robinho did indeed pack his bags and end up moving to London. He's gone to Chelsea for £9 million. He goes out on a high. He scores the 2 goals we scored in that game against Barcelona and wins us the SUPERCUP España basically on his own. So if you're going to leave the club, at least make your farewell a memorable one, and Robinho certainly did. So £9 million for Robinho, and I already regret selling him, like I really do. I want him back right now, but sadly he's gone to Chelsea. Who knows, maybe he'll come back one day in the future, but we needed the money basically. It was a really good deal, and it was hard to turn down. Still following that, I put in a bid for David De Gea at Manchester United. I inquired, well I didn't inquire, but I gave them the £18.5 million he's valued at. I highly doubt they'll accept that, because clubs don't usually accept a valuation bid if they're still in the first team and have a lot of good years ahead of them. And De Gea at 28 years old, you know, the goalkeepers usually tend to peak in their 30s in the game, so I highly doubt Manchester United will accept that. It was just a test of water, and we'll wait and see what Louis van Gaal wants. Still also a bid for Ruben Blanco, which of course we reject, and one for Keiko as well. Now our right winger is currently valued at £3.4 million. He's 27 years old, 75 overall, but he is in his last year of his contract. He's on a really cheap salary right now, and I've already looked at what it will cost to sign him down for another 2 or 3 years. He wants to be upgraded to 50 grand a week, you know, get an increase in his contract to 50 grand a week, which I don't know if I really want to pay that for a 27-year-old who probably won't end up playing for Spain ever. I highly doubt so anyway, and he's not in the first 11, so I am actually debating selling Keiko during the summer transfer window, getting a few million for him, and then looking to reinvest in a younger player, even if he's a lower overall. So I counter offered that bid, and we'll wait and see what the club come back and say to us, but I'm not against selling Keiko, even though he's been a really good servant for us. Still, we take on Celta Vigo for the second game of today's episode here, and this is the opening day of La Liga season. Now, of course, we won La Liga last year for the first time ever with Racing Santander. Really pleased about that. We want to win it again, though. You know, we don't want to rest on that. We want to win it again for a second consecutive year. And the first chance fell to us. Rodriguez's shot was well saved by the goalkeeper, though. However, from the throw-in, we crossed the ball in. It's not really dealt with by Celta Vigo, and Isco ends up winning us a penalty here in the 16th minute. So Isco got blocked off as he was going through past the defender, and the referee had no hesitation in awarding a penalty. So it was one of those where I don't think the defender sort of meant to make a tackle. He just couldn't get out of the way, really. But when you watch it on the replay, Isco was going to get past him, and he just blocked him off, basically. So penalty to Racing Santander, and a great chance for us to open the score in this season just 17 minutes in. It's going to be Jesse Rodriguez against Yol. Rodriguez did infamously miss 2 penalties in the same game against his former club Real Madrid last season, but I still fancy him to be our main penalty taker because he does score the majority of them, and he does score this one as well. He sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, makes it Racing Santander 1, Celta Vigo 0, and we do take the lead in this game here at El Sardinero just 17 minutes into the new season. So Rodriguez sends the goalkeeper the wrong way, 1-0 to Racing Santander, and the perfect start to this game. And just 5 minutes later, another great chance for us here as Carvajal plays a great through ball towards Obiang. He takes it around Diamo here and ends up winning us a second penalty, but was it a penalty? Because I'm not too sure. Now, Obiang was getting his shirt pulled, I'll say that much, but he didn't hit the deck, and he only lost control of the ball due to my stupid decision to fake shot in the area and go backwards when I could have just crossed it in. So I didn't really think it was a penalty myself, because yes, there's shirt pull, and you know, when there is shirt pull, you can see why the referee would give a penalty, but I don't know whether it was a penalty myself. I guess some referees might give it, but some referees wouldn't. But for us, whenever there's a penalty awarded and we're not too sure if it is one or not, we always chip it down the middle. So we continue that trend here. Rodriguez chips it down the middle, but it's the same result. The goalkeeper dives to his left-hand side. Jesse Rodriguez makes it Racing 2, Celta Vigo 0. And again, you know, some referees might have given a penalty for the shirt pull, but I wasn't too sure myself. So as per usual, we just chip it down the middle, to be fair. But the goal goes in anyway, and it's Racing Santander 2, Celta Vigo 0. So 2 goals up in this game, both penalties, both scored by Jesse Rodriguez. And in the 45th minute here, a great chance for Celta Vigo to get themselves back in the game. They cross the ball in, and Nolito at the far post wins the header, puts it past Ruben Blanco. It clips the inside of the post, and it's Racing Santander 2, Celta Vigo 1. So Celta Vigo, with pretty much their first chance of the game, do get themselves back in the game there. Carvajal out-jumped by Nolito at the far post, and the Celta Vigo number 10 makes it 2-1. So Celta Vigo back in the game, but to be honest, for the most part, it was a game which we controlled. They did have that one chance there, which they scored from, obviously, but as we go close there, the goalkeeper makes the save. Paco Candela turns in the rebound and makes it 3-1. But unfortunately for us, the goal was disallowed for offside, and as you'll see in just a moment's time by the replay, it was indeed offside. And you know, it was a game which we controlled. You know, possession, we had far more of it than Celta Vigo. Shots, had far more of them. Shots on target, far more of them. To be honest, it was just a case of my shooting not really being the best, my finishing being quite poor. That's what let us down in this game. Had I been, you know, more effective in front of goal, we could have been 3 or 4 or possibly even 5 goals up at this stage. That's just how dominant we were. But my final finishing was really, really poor. We went pretty close there again. Morata's shot well saved with the goalkeeper and cleared away, and it was still 2-1. And his stoppage time here, a great chance to make it 3-1 and surely wrap the game up. Moy Gomez goes down the left-hand side, keeps on going, eventually cuts past the fullback here, gets onto his right foot, gets himself inside the area and shoots, but Yol makes a really good save and turns it behind for a corner. So still racing Santander 2, Celta Vigo 1. And from the corner, Jesse Rodriguez already on 2 goals, crosses the ball in, picks out Pedro Obiang, and Obiang, who won us the penalty, or our second penalty I should say, makes it Racing Santander 3, Celta Vigo 1, and we finally have a 2-goal cushion, and the game is going to be ours now. And again, you know, we did play much better. It's just that my finishing was really poor. We definitely deserved the win though. We got it by 3-1, and 2 goals for Rodriguez, both from the penalty spot, 1 for Obiang as well. A really good performance and a great way to open the Liga opening day. And you know, he's hoping this year we can win La Liga again. It'll be difficult for us, no doubt about it. The board wants us to do it though. I want to do it as well. And on the basis of this performance, you certainly wouldn't bet against us doing it for a 2nd year running. But that is going to end the episode, guys. So as always, a big thank you for watching the video. I really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed today's episode of Club and Country, then please do leave a like, as it's much appreciated, and it really does help my channel out. And I'll see you for the next episode of Club and Country very soon.